He had a valve replacement, and then he had a stroke after his valve replacement. He was on the rehab unit and ready to begin gait training. Before the surgery, he was very active and wants very much to walk. He is 5'11" and weighs 185. It is his left side which is weak.
Hi, Mr. Salazar. My name is DALIA. I'll be helping you out today. I understand that you've had a few things happen to you. You've had heart surgery. So first, let's talk about some rules you have to follow. You may not push up or pull up on things that are more thick where you would use more than 5 pounds. So that includes pushing off the bed. And I don't want you raising your arms above your shoulders. So this is about the limit. Okay? Okay. First of all, let me get this belt on you. This is just something that could easily make you add to. I also have a helper here today. Amanda, she's going to help me just kind of hold you as we're walking, just to give you some support. Before we get you moving, I want to show you what we're going to be using to help you walk. This right here is a platform walker. I chose this for you so that you can place your arms on it. And I don't want you doing a lot of pushing because that would violate that first rule, okay? Before we start, I'm going to make sure that it's measured for you. You're going to slip both of your hands through here. You'll hold on here. Again, you're not going to be resting on it, okay? How I want you to walk is I want you to walk just normally, okay? But don't step past this bar because it'll get in your way. So just normal small steps, right leg, left leg, and the walker will move with you, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent. I hear you were very active before.
I was. I want to get back to walking.
I'm sure. Well, this will help you get there. So, first of all, without pushing up from the bed, I want you to just do some little scoots to get more to the edge of the bed. Okay. What I want you to do is I just want you to place your left arm just right here. You're not going to be pushing up, just to kind of give you something to balance on. To stand up, I want you to just do a couple of rocking motions and I'll help you stand up.
Okay.
So we'll count to 3 and we'll stand up together. And then you'll bring your right arm onto the platform. 1, 2, and 3. There you go. Steady yourself. And I'm going to use on that other side.
You want me to put my arms right here?
First we're just checking and it looks pretty good. It looks like a very good fit. Now I want you to just try to slip your hand right through there. Okay. Are you steady? Are you ready to walk?
Yeah, I'm good. Let's go.
Okay, remember,
Let's go.
let's not go past that bar.
Okay.
Okay? Let's go ahead and start walking. Nice and easy. How are you feeling?
Good.
Okay.
It's kind of slow.
I know. We'll get to speeding up when you're ready. Do we want to sit?
No, that's good.
Sit back
Okay.
down or-
No, you're good. You're
Okay.
good.
All right.
Okay, so let's get the critique from the audience here. I tell you, Holly. Yes, ma'am.
Her front hand was on the belt down here instead of up here. It looked like it was kind of getting in the way of.
What
So-
I didn't understand.
Your front hand, you have the one in the back, and the one in the front was right here
Okay.
instead of up here,
So
but it
the
looked like
right
it was
on the
in the
shoulder.
way here.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, what else?
The false solving maneuver is the third precaution.
So there's 3 precautions. So
No false solving.
no
For
pushing
pressure
out,
relief.
no holding your breath or straining. So that's a Valsalva. Okay, so that's good. So she dedicated on 2, but not the 3rd. Okay. Well, Colleen is definitely bucking for my job.
Well, she didn't have a hand on the support system, or the support thingy. Is that not what you want to do in a cardiac sense? Because you don't want them pushing.
You don't want them to push up. And she clearly, realized that left arm was going to be kind of weak. So didn't have her, and she did a good job of telling her not to push up. But let's back up just a second and talk about the device. So what do you think about that device for a patient who's a cardiac patient and who had a stroke?
If you're weak, you're going to be, I mean, you may not have enough trunk to support, so you're going to put a lot of pressure on that one arm.
So you have to be careful. Okay, so I think there are a couple of issues here. One is the cardiac precautions, number two is the stroke, right? So if this is a patient with a typical stroke, and it says his left side is the weak side, okay? So we're going to assume that he doesn't have much movement in his left arm, all right? So that means either we've got one of two choices. We've got this, and what's the other choice? Some sort of,
Oh no.
So we have this, or we have what? Some sort of a single point device.
But could you do that with them not, with
thought
them
the
having
pushing
the
through
cardiac?
So let's think about a single point device. Okay, now I'm not talking about a hemi-walker, I'm talking about a single point device. What is your intention for someone with a single point device? What is it for? It's for balance. Okay, so would you be weight bearing through it? Seriously weight bearing. That is not the intention. Now, if we give someone who's too weak that device, they will weight bear through it.
Because that's what we weren't sure about, was how weak he was.
Yeah, well, most patients after a stroke who come to rehab have to be pretty dead weak if they don't go to rehab, okay? So we're going to assume he's weak enough to need rehab, and so we're going to be suspicious of a single device because his leg's probably not strong enough, and we're afraid he'd weight bear too much. So this device, now you've given him more weight-bearing surface, but now what are you going to have to do?
Make sure he doesn't go in circles.
Yeah, and you're going to have to educate him that it's, and you did a good job, Dave, of saying, this is not for you to lean on. So you just need to spend a little bit more time saying, this is really just a kind of a safety net for us. Because when you walk, you use your legs. So this is just a safety device to make you feel a little more comfortable. But I don't want you to lean on it because that would violate your cardiac precautions. Okay? So I'd still think this is the device of choice because he's not going to be ready to use a single point cane. Okay? So, and we might have a tech to pull the device so he doesn't go in a circle. Okay? So then what would be the progression off of this device?
You said it would be to a, well, it kind of depended on how fast his cardiac deal healed up.
So we're going to assume cardiac precautions for at least a month.
I guess doing a single point.
Yes.
Yeah.
The goal is typically to go from this to either a strong arm or a single point cane. Okay, that's really what we're hopeful of. And why could he go from this to a single point cane? Because what's he using that for? Just a little bit of balance, not for weight bearing. So assuming his legs are strong and he's figured out how to use his legs to walk, then he should be able to go to a single point cane. And a single point cane is a balance device, so he shouldn't be leaning on it. Okay? So, yes, sir.
I have a question with as far as getting up and having someone